A deposit is always payable after you have unconditionally purchased a property. Note, for auctions, you have to pay the deposit on the day you win the auction, so you need to have that organised in time. For properties that are purchased by negotiation, ideally you would pay that deposit straight away as well, but legally, generally, you have 3 working days to make that payment. But check those deposit payment details with your solicitor before you sign any sale and purchase agreement. In some cases, real estate agents will put that the deposit is payable on the signing of the agreement. To me, that doesn't seem necessary. It's more common to have the deposit payable when the agreement becomes unconditional. So just check that point before you sign the documentation. And if it is set up as payable on signing, either speak with your advisor or your lawyer just to make sure that that is suitable for this particular transaction. Otherwise, ask the real estate agent that it's changed to be based on when the agreement becomes unconditional. The default deposit amount is usually 10%, but as I've mentioned in previous videos, this is usually negotiable. If you don't have access to the 10%, you can often get it across the line with a lower deposit amount so that it fits within what you have access to. So just check with your real estate agent on that. So you need to have the deposit available when you go unconditional. There can be times where you may be reliant on your KiwiSaver to pay this deposit. Now, it is possible that you could have the vendor agree that some of your deposit is payable straight away and some of it is payable approximately 2 to 3 weeks later. And then that would allow time for your KiwiSaver to be withdrawn to complete the balance of that deposit payment. So you might have a $100,000 deposit owed, and you might only have $50,000 in cash and $50,000 in KiwiSaver. And therefore, if you agree the $50,000 up front and the KiwiSaver 2 weeks later, that allows you to complete that deposit payment. And then the balance of the purchase, of course, is paid through bank funding and any other deposit funds you have on the settlement date. If you have savings or any other cash that's going to be used to pay the deposit, this is usually pretty straightforward. It's just transferred most commonly into the real estate agent's trust account, and they will hold onto those funds in their trust account until settlement date. If you are reliant on your KiwiSaver to pay the deposit, you still need to go through the standard process of applying to withdraw this with the help of your solicitor. So speak with your solicitor about this if you are going to be reliant on the KiwiSaver withdrawal to make some of that deposit payment. In some cases, you may be reliant on the bank to assist with the deposit payment. They will do this in some cases for you. They effectively set up an overdraft or a short-term loan facility to enable that payment, and that will get repaid through either your deposit that becomes available closer to settlement, or through the new bank funds that are going to be in place over the long term, or a combination of both. To be able to do this and access any temporary funding, generally your finance offer from the bank needs to be fully unconditional for the bank to be able to set that up and make those funds available for you. And there is a bit of processing time involved as well. You may need to allow for a few days for both confirming the approval for that temporary facility and the documentation that comes with it. So just keep that in mind when you're factoring timeframes around deposit payments. So after the deposit payment has been made, you now legally own that house pending the settlement date. The settlement date will be 3 or 4 weeks, maybe later, depending on what you agreed with the vendor. But between now and then, there's a little bit of paperwork left to do. We need to go through a loan structuring exercise and you need to sign some documents with your solicitor. But other than that, you have now done most of the hard work and you have purchased that house. So congratulations, and it's now a matter of just getting ready for settlement date.